my people out there. How y'all feeling? Was good? I might use my microphone today. You never know. I appreciate y'all checking me out over here at the HoodFilms channel. This is Black Outrage. You know what we do over here. And the situation is the homie Godfrey. He's dealing with Vlad, and they've been going through a beef in the last couple of weeks. It's been crazy. And it all started over a speech that came off from Farrakhan, and they all just kind of like not been on the same side ever since. And it is what it is. But they got to get that together. But the real part about it is that we're going to try to talk about it over here and get into the conversation. Automatic. Let's hit it right there. Let's go right there. And I got to get to the sound. Let's make sure the sound working. I got to get to the sound. That's good. I might not have to use my mic because sometimes I use the microphone. You know what I'm saying? I got to set everything up though. But I appreciate y'all checking out the channel. Oh, Lord. One more. And, yo, I want you guys to know over in the comment section, we got the super chats going, and we appreciate you. We use that to keep the show going, to pay for little bills, to keep everything rocking over here. And we always bring the good content. And you can always let us know what kind of content you want to see. Hit the email, hoodfilms@gmail. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get into those messages and anything that y'all want to talk about over in that arena. So I'm just trying to get to my actual videos right here. And just get to it. Get to the content. Let's just let Godfrey say what it is. He actually spoke about it on his own channel yesterday, so I'm actually pull that up in a minute too. So for now, we'll just let Godfrey give a little breakdown of what happened.
And Godfrey is going to go back to Vlad.
Godfrey is going to be a good boy for Vlad. Yeah, he is. I know he is.
He's definitely going back to Vlad. And he is right there, sitting there, taking photos with Vlad. He damn near have the same shorts on.
Lord Jamar. It's been 5 years. Yeah, it's been a minute.
I feel sorry for him because there was
Yeah, you gotta sell something.
but the
Like a soul.
Yeah, you gotta say, yeah.
Like, how much does a soul cost? But the fact that he said, Godfrey.
No.
So you already know what happened, basically. If you don't know, Farrakhan said something back in the day, and Godfrey heard it. I mean, Vlad heard it. And then him and he kind of like dissed it. He said he thought that Farrakhan was like a racist or whatever for what he said. And in a speech, he read the speech wrong. He heard it wrong, and he didn't like that. And so so after saying that, he went and kind of dissed Farrakhan. So those guys was on his show, and they was like, yo, you can't do that. That's a guy we revere. We look up to him. We respect him. And he was like, no. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to say nothing. And everybody's like, whoa, you're supposed to apologize. We respect this guy. We show him love. Why don't you just apologize? He was like, no. So it came down the pipeline that it was going to be a diss towards Vlad. A lot of guys stopped talking to him, but then some still went back. So then it kind of looked like Godfrey was hating. Even his homie who left the show with him, Lord Jamar, he went back to Vlad. So it was almost like, man, what the hell? What's up with Godfrey? And then now him and Godfrey and Lord Jamar was beefing. So it was like nobody really could understand why it was happening like that. But they had Vlad in between them. And so it's kind of like where Godfrey been kind of trying to respond to all the backlash about everybody wondering why he won't go back to the show. But it's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? He don't like to be played like that. And he don't like Vlad to not have apologized for somebody black that we look up to and respect, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of getting to it, but I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of Godfrey, see how he talk.
Very great lady. She's superb. She was the Soul Train lady. I know this. It was a railroad. It was a Soul Train. The slaves were put on Soul Train. She freed them, millions and millions. It was Soul Train. I watched it every Saturday. And Harriet Tubman would put the people on Soul Train. The train would dance on the track because they were free. It's all this Harriet Tubman, a very great lady. She's superb. She was the Soul Train lady. I know this.
But you know the dude is extremely funny, man. He keep it going. And people respect Godfrey. You know, he's from Chicago too. You know what I'm saying? My hometown. And so he got a lot of respect in Chicago and all that. He keep it super black. You don't see a lot of guys keeping it as black as Godfrey do. You know what I'm saying? So when he had put his foot down on Vlad, it was almost like, hey, that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And I stopped really watching Vlad too because I didn't understand why he wouldn't just apologize. But I kind of get it, you know. If he say something, then he gonna be looking bogus to his culture or whatever. But that's what they was like, yo, why you want to be around black people if you're gonna be thinking that you can't apologize for something simple or that we deem disrespectful? So Vlad just couldn't see it happening. He wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So that made those guys turn their back on him. And so now it's just like this ongoing beef between Vlad and Godfrey. But you know, I honestly take Godfrey's side on it because if you ever see how if a person disrespect the J couple, the J people, they all mad. They all mad. You can see how they did. You can see how they did Kanye West when he made his disrespectful statements. They shut down his bank account. They closed ranks. Everybody, you know, didn't appreciate that, and they showed how it was, how they felt. And it was what it was. We all had to just sit back and let it play out because, you know, that's kind of above our pay grade. Like, damn, what the hell going on? But it's the reality of you can't disrespect people like that. So I appreciate y'all coming to the channel. Like, share, subscribe. Black Outrage 32. We talking about how Vlad and Godfrey been going through some crazy beef with each other and shit over the conversation that they had about Farrakhan. But it's been a few years now. And so for Godfrey to still not go back to the show, he just got he got a wall up. He's not going back. What's up, KV? I think that's how you say your name. It's just kind of crazy. And so as people who pay attention to it and watch it, it's kind of like, damn, what's going to happen with these dudes, man? Why can't they get through it? You know what I'm saying? So we got to see. We got to see. So let me do a little work right here. I got to open up this thing real quick and trying to put my stuff over there in the comment section real quick. So I got to click this and then that. But man, let me know in the comment section where y'all from. Show some love. Hit me up. We always bringing the show to you, man. It's hard making sure I got this thing ready for y'all every day, but I make sure I do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to do. I make sure I stay consistent, and it ain't easy, believe me. You know what I'm saying? Because not only do we have to have a subject matter, but we got to be able to bring it to y'all at the right level and standard. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So this is the little membership right here. Y'all can join. Let me just put the word. Yeah, let me know where y'all from too, man. You said, oh man, what's good, man? Damn, I look old though. You know, sometimes I don't be feeling like I look old, but I guess you gotta be the judge of that. You gotta be the judge of that. All right, so let's get back to the conversation, man. We're gonna flip back to old boy over here, Godfrey, and what he got to say. So let me get back over here. No, not that one. I think we on a new one. Yep, here you go, right here. All right, we're gonna let him explain. Hit the like button, show love, y'all. I appreciate y'all popping in. Let's get to the message, man.
As someone that really went out of his way to really talk shit about me on a lot of different platforms and talk shit about my family and so forth, if you have that type of energy with someone on the internet, when they see you or they reach out to you, you should be able to stand on that. You shouldn't sit there and just run off when they see you and ignore their phone calls.
Vlad said I disrespected his family, and I never do that. I don't disrespect somebody's family. I just said your wife is black, and you disrespecting black men. That's what the fuck I said. But he disrespected my family, and Harry's like, hey, no, that's my man. You try to make it look like
Harry's held it down.
We held it down, and I go, you have a black wife, and you're just like treating black men like they ain't shit.
Yesterday's episode of In Godfrey We Trust wasn't just hot, it was molten. What started as a discussion quickly transformed into a fire-breathing, elbow-dropping tirade on racism, hypocrisy, and the creepy savior complex of white dudes with black partners. Welcome to the roast of Hulk Hogan, Michael Rappaport, Hogan, who apparently didn't just whisper the N-word in a moment of ignorance. No. According to the podcast, it was a full-on, well-rehearsed TED Talk of racism. complete with firing a black woman on site like he was casting for a plantation drama.
Kids, think about you as a kid.
What about
Talk
the black
real
kids?
life superhero.
What about the black
When
kids?
The Hulkster was out there oiled up with his goatee and his hair.
We know what he looks like.
Pythons.
We know what he looks like. But what about nigga though?
Joy, elation, total original. This is an original
Face is
character
turning red,
that
you
he
know he lying.
created.
He avoiding
Hulk
shit.
fucking Hogan. The Hulk.
What else? What else?
He was an anti-Semite.
The
Yeah,
Hulk.
if he was right, if he said something about Jews, you'd have been mad as fuck.
I bet they
Hey,
ate them up in the comments.
Michael Rappaport, you were wrong on this. I disagree with you. You skipped it. You said the obvious, Python, whatever. He called black people niggers, and he fired one black girl when they were promoting the beer thing.
Yeah.
Got rid of the black girl. So
He didn't know she was black.
So no, what?
He didn't know, like when he hired her, he didn't know she was
Right,
black.
Or when he saw it, he was like, get her off.
Yeah.
So he was a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
So fuck him, and fuck you for talking about that. And I don't give a fuck, because that's bullshit with your black girl dating ass. Fuck you.
So that'd be a lot of problems that a lot of people have with a lot of white guys like that, especially the ones who make their money off black people, because they can't really make their money off their own culture, because how they gonna fit in? I mean, the coolest culture is hip hop. Black people run that. So he comes to the black culture, and then they kind of like act like they cool, and a lot of black people be falling hook, line, and sinker for that shit. You know what I'm saying? They run right to it and be like, oh, okay, man, explain my life. I don't care if I got to go to federal crime after this. You Vlad, you white, you going to be having my stuff out there to the world forever. I assume that's what they think. And then they'll put their life on the line to put some message on a white dude message. You might as well just go to regular TV. You know what I'm saying? And just say, hey, man, this is what I did. Y'all hit the like button, show love. Check me out over there in the comment section. We also got super chats and everything going on. We appreciate you coming over to Black Outrage 32. So I do not like that. You know what I'm saying? The white guys try to get to play like that. But I guess guys, they get to see how phony black guys are too, because they know they're not genuine, and then they can get like hundreds of black dudes to line up. It's like, damn, well, you don't even understand that you can have your own YouTube channel. I mean, it might have to start off slow or something, but you'll still get there if you choose to do it, you know. But they just be like, I'm gonna go on Vlad, I'm gonna go on Vlad. So he got a list of just black people just lining up in a line, just can't wait to get their message out on his channel. So he feels a little sense of empowerment, like, why am I listening to you? You the one black dude that don't like me? I'm not listening to you. And so it's not that come together in this as if they was dissing somebody in the Jewish community. They would be like, ain't no way in hell you gonna disrespect us. We cutting your bank account, we cutting your job who you didn't even know people at your job, it was connected with them. They'd be coming to you saying, hey, we saw a message that you did, we gotta let you go. You said like, what? This is the internet, this ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Yeah, but you gotta, you know, kind of look, man, you can't look bad, and it's the way it go in America. But if you did some black people for whatever reason, we still got a lot of black people that's gonna say, man, he ain't that bad, man. It's your issue, man. You got a problem. I don't even mess with Farrakhan. Why am I listening to you? So it's just this whole division that they have. Even though in a small hat group, it might not even be from the same state. They might not even be from the same crew. But if you diss one, you diss them all, and that's how they feel in their culture. So I don't like that. But you know, get back to the message, man.
Talking about, man? What is this? What is this white boys with these black partners, and all of a sudden they forget about the fucking atrocities? Fuck is wrong with you with your fetishy ass shit? That's how I feel, because that's disrespectful. You should have been like, yo, I don't care if he said nigger. I don't give a shit.
Say that.
You forgot to say that. I don't care if he fucking said nigger. I don't care.
And
I don't give a
didn't
shit.
just say nigga. It wasn't like a slip of the tongue.
No.
It was a
whole tirade.
A whole tirade about how you dehumanize black
that's
people across how you, and you said it several times in the context of
And not
black
only
people are inhuman.
Godfrey described it not as a slip of the tongue, but more like Hogan's tongue had a season pass to antebellum land. And let's not forget the cherry on top, not taking pictures with black kids.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's from my childhood. So I don't even see how people this time frame got so much admiration for Hulk Hogan like that. But I mean, I don't know what they saw in their parents' house or whatever, because that's when I was a kid. But he still got respectability today. It's kind of crazy, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, not taking pictures with black people, firing a black lady for being on the show, it's hard for somebody. And even having tirades that your daughter put out against her boyfriend, who's going to respect somebody like that? I mean, it don't matter what they did in TV or what they did on media. I mean, who's going to respect somebody like that? Like, you don't like somebody, you don't like a group of people. Just keep it 100 about it, and then nobody got to worry about you after that. You know what I'm saying? We can respect the fact that you keep it 100. A lot of times that's easier for black people. Just keep it 100. Then I ain't got to even worry about bothering you or being around you in a moment where you going, oh, if they say he hiring, oh, hell no, I'm not applying for that. I know what kind of dude that is. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even waste your time so that you can run down the street later and be like, I can't believe how he treated me or how they did me. Like, we already know what kind of people them is. Don't even be around them. So I'm not going to respect somebody like that. And then you got the Michael Rappaport kid who is taken up for that. It's like, dude, get your brain together, man. I appreciate y'all showing love, man, hitting the like button, showing love. Let's get back to the message, though. All right, let's go. Show some love, too.
Black child is where you draw the line. But Godfrey wasn't just swinging at Hogan. No. He had smoke for the whole clown car. Next up, Michael Rappaport. Now, Rappaport has made a side hustle out of being down. But Godfrey pointed out that his selective outrage smells a little off. Because when the N-word flies from Hulk's bleached blonde mouth, Rappaport seems to go strangely mute. But if someone even suggests anti-Semitism, he's storming social media like he's the 101st keyboard airborne.
Is that his wife? Wow! 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 That's his wife. And you just skipped the nigga part. This is what I'm saying. This is what.
Can you put up what he said, what Hogan
and I'm
said?
not disrespecting his wife because I don't know her. But well, how could you? This is what I mean. This fetishy ass shit. It's like it's okay to call us niggas, but you didn't even address that. You could have been like, I didn't like that. Like, yo, that was disrespectful.
Did he put up an apology or no?
No, I don't know. I think he's standing 10 toes on that shit.
He knows about the racism. He just
Of course, but it's like I'm getting tired of that shit. It's like when JD Vance calling Asians fucking peasants, and your fucking Indian wife is standing right next to you. What is this, man?
Yeah.
And she's standing right next to you, but she's so happy to be in Air Force 2, she don't give a fuck. This fetish.
It's so funny. It's so funny too because Godfrey be livid about all of that. You know what I'm saying? He can't take it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that happened in the culture where a lot of people can. You go to work every day, you just take it. You just deal with how it works. You know, they act like that, say this kind of way, overlook you, whatever it is. So what? Give my money, give my payment, let me go do my job, do my life. I'm not finna sit here and debate or argue or try to be some big person at the job. Just let me get my check and go home. And there's nothing wrong with that either, but obviously there's some people that ain't gonna act like that. You know what I'm saying? My man say, Winston going crazy, but if you leave a super chat, boy, I'm gonna go ahead and read that message, man. Come on, holla at us, hit us up. Let's get this thing rolling over here. I see messages coming in. Come on, let's make some moves around this baby. But at the end of the day, I do agree with Godfrey. You don't be trying to come around the culture and then speak all this negativity and then ultimately you married to a black lady. And it will be the opposite as well if you was married to a white lady, but then you have all this vitriol towards white people and white culture. Why? You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense to me. That look like you really just like to sleep. You act black, but you sleep white. You know what I mean? Like your bedroom is different from how you act in the real world. So I kind of agree with Godfrey in that instance. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like, you know, if you don't like people, how could you just like one? But I don't know, you know, people are different. There's so many people in the world, man. People are different, but I do agree with that. Like, how could you only like one? Like, you can't like all. And he probably do just come out of bag on her. And you know how relationships are. It be arguments in any kind of relationship if you in. So it's automatically you're gonna say something that you shouldn't say. And she probably has dealt with that, and him too probably on the opposite side because it's a relationship. So you be, you know, something go wrong, it's like you blah blah blah, and then she blah blah blah, you know. So it'll make you feel like you kind of in a thing because you having these real intimate relationship bug outs, which in your love affair. But that still is not going to be where you a part of something. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like that. Let me get back to the message though, man. Hit the like button, share the message. Black Outrage 32, hit the super chat. We appreciate y'all coming back, hollering at us again. Let's go.
Shit, man. That's his wife.
Then we get to the meaty middle of the episode. the fetishy white boys with black partners. Godfrey had no chill, none. He didn't just call out performative allyship, he, Ric Flair, chopped it across the chest. His point was simple. Dating a black woman doesn't mean you've defeated racism like it's a final boss, especially if in the next breath you're bashing black men or playing cleanup for white nonsense like Hogan's racist rants. According to Godfrey, this kind of fetishism isn't love, it's cosplay. It's look at me, I'm evolved energy while still perpetuating systems your own kid will suffer under. Exhibit A, Vlad TV.
Man, I'm tired of you fetishy ass white boys doing this kind of shit.
That's a deep message. That right there is a bar right there. I'm tired of y'all doing this. It's crazy. Because, you know, obviously, if you look on any dating app from the beginning to now, the white guy is going to be more of a catch. You know, for any culture. Obviously, they run America. The whole, you know, make it in America. I mean, come on, believe you're a star. The whole idea, you know what I mean, is to go get with one of, I even say sometimes, I say a lot of black people are born black and die white. Because that's just the metric that you got to accomplish one day, ultimate assimilation. So, and that is the ultimate assimilation. Even some black dudes from back when, you know, obviously before my time, but you hear about them, the Harry Belafontes, the whoever else is, and you hear about them and they be so revered on TV as you're growing up. And then as you get older, you start being like, wait a minute, he was married to a white lady. What the heck was James Earl Jones doing married to a white lady? Didn't he play this character? Didn't he play this character? And so it kind of throw the message off. It's like, well, damn, should I be caring about his blackness as somebody who I should look at and say, well, look what he accomplished. I got the same goals. But ultimately, he was just married to a white lady. Then you even hear about people like Frederick Douglass, who was married to a black woman. He had his kids, but by the time he died, he was married to a white lady. Then it's like, wait a minute, wait, what is this? This is America. We ain't black like that? No, ultimately, it's big ultimately now. That's ultimately the pinnacle of this existence in America, your life. You ultimately would just get you a white girl in somewhere and living somewhere, and you be like, well, some people do it young, some people ultimately do it when they're older, or you just die without that. But most times, that's the pinnacle in our culture of the ladder of life. You can see an NBA player. They get them $15,000 44 times, and they were a white girl. And I even said to my girl, I'm saying, how do all of them get a white girl? I don't understand. But it's obvious because as soon as they give you $14, now you got to go away from where you're from, and now you over there with them. And what else going to be in their culture, in their neighborhoods, in their houses, or in their college campuses? It's going to just be white girls. So that's going to be ultimately who you get to date and talk to, and you fall in love, and then the conversation going from there. But this is what most black people in the culture are ultimately searching for. And it's not that they want to do it or they trying to do it. You've been inundated with television and media since you was a child, telling you who's the prettiest woman, telling you how a beauty look and what should be your ultimate, what your ultimate ideal of success is. And most times it ends up being either you work for somebody white, you marry somebody white, you went to a white school. It has to do something with white. You got a contract with white people, you fucking moved in a neighborhood. If it's nothing to do with white people, then you're fucking invisible. It's just how it is in the culture. It's like that. That's where hip hop and things like that actually came from, because people are beginning to have a sound or a voice that has nothing to do with fitting in. But how long did that last? Even when I was a kid, they used to call it mainstream. Like dissing rappers if you made it mainstream. That's why guys like Vanilla Ice or whoever, he had even a worse story, but even, what's his name? MC Hammer had a hard time becoming, street oriented, even though he was, but his sound and music was just so big that people in the hood was like, no. And he couldn't penetrate that back, he couldn't come back into it. So it was just like, no. Then eventually he did get some respectability. He got it with Suge Knight and them and all of them. And then you kind of showcased that he was from Cali and lived like that from the same world we came from in the hood. But it was too late. They whole thing had kind of diminished. But I'm just saying that's kind of like what most black people are searching for, something, some kind of connection to whiteness. And that's just how it is. And it's, again, been inundated in your head and your brain since you was a child, so it's normal. You even see the little children, they have the little doll test. every black kid want a white doll. It's just natural. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you'll see randomly downtown, if you're just somewhere like that, and it'll just be a white kid with a white doll, a black doll, a white kid with a black doll. I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? How did that kid talk to their mother and give him that? Or why did the mother say okay? And then they just walking around downtown, and you can see it. It's like, okay, so maybe some of that stuff has changed. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have a conversation with them, but it's just, you see it. So that's my point on that message. Let's get back to Godfrey message. Hit the like button, share the message, hit us up in the super chat, and we right back to it. Let's go.
Fuck that. Disrespecting us, man. Fuck out of here, man. And then that's why Vlad said I disrespected his family, and I never do that. I don't disrespect somebody's family. I just said your wife is black, and you disrespecting black men. That's what the fuck I said. That's what I said. I didn't disrespect.
He did post a new video.
And then you try to make, and then you try. And then you try to make it look like I disrespected his family. He disrespected my family, and Harry's like, no, that's my man. You try to make it look like
Harry's held it down.
He held it down, and I go, you have a black wife, and you're just like treating black men like they ain't shit. See, some of you white dudes that fuck black girls, you think you're civil rights leaders.
The most scathing part, Godfrey pointed out that Vlad's own son,
hold up,
a
though.
black son,
Hold up, though. I do appreciate that point. You say, y'all feel like y'all civil rights leaders. That's kind of like the same point I'm making. Like, you got a bunch of dudes around you. They black dudes. They your homies. Why would you think that you're not going to have the idea that you coming from? Because they backing you up. Like, they're backing you up. Like, we deep, man. We don't even rock. Who is dude, man? We don't rock with dude, man. You do what you got to do, man. As long as we got your back, you good. And it's like they don't have that for each other. They don't be like, yeah, you know what? Go ahead on, dude. And then they rock with each other. I'm sure Vlad done made multi-millions of dollars. I mean, because, we all see what YouTube has turned into. And if he was ahead of the game 7, 8 years ago with just massive amounts of content of black people and all this historical elements that they talk about, black people going down in history, they're going to be grabbing all that stuff, putting it on some PBS station in the future. Like, here's the last message that was heard from this artist, whatever. And it's like, that's how, it's just really smart thinking. But I don't think the other guys that he interviewed ever see themselves having that same position. It's just employee mindset, or I just want to be down, or I don't know, you must be an angel. I can't really diss them because I don't know how they brain work, but I would assume they think that the guy got something that they just don't have. You know what I'm saying? So hit that like button, show the love in the super chats for me, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and read the messages real quick. Dude said something earlier, man. He said, well, yeah, he was talking on some crazy shit. So anyway, D'Anthony. I used to hoop with a dude named Anthony back in the day. Baking the hell out of him. Bacon. Anyway, D'Anthony said, Godfrey is an honorary FBA. Kudos to him. Yeah, I appreciate. Yeah, I was just saying it earlier, bro, how he one of the guys that do speak up and out. Like, a lot of guys be quiet. I mean, they got their reasons. But he don't do that. He ain't, okay, you ain't gonna hire me in some Hollywood job. Okay, I'm not gonna be on your show and whatever, the Broadway or some shit like that. Okay, I got it, then that's cool. And then he just go do his own thing. You do cut off your walls as far as doing I mean, I'm sure it'd be more money, it'd be more whatever that come with that. I guess more dating parties technically, but it's not really necessarily something that you benefiting from being around people that's not gonna value you as a person or as your conversation or who you are. It's only going to invigorate and it's only going to infuriate you, and then it's going to make you have to snap out or go some way or say something that you shouldn't have to do. And I look at it like this. A lot of times I look at it like this. When I have to be around somebody or a job or career or anything like that, and I look at the people, especially if it's not a good, cohesive, friendly, nice, how you doing, as somebody who trying to act weird, and Hollywood world is like that a lot, with somebody trying to grandstand or do some weirdness. I always think about this: would this person be around me when I was in high school? Would this person be like in my vicinity? Would this person be somebody who would actually be somebody who I would talk to, hang around in any capacity? And I would be like, well, technically no, because they would either be scared of me, they would know not to come fuck around with me, or it'd just be something that just would never happen. So why would I let this person say anything to me or come to me in any kind of capacity? I wouldn't give a damn what color they are, because it don't matter. We still humans. I wouldn't expect that person to be like that around me if when I was a young guy, 19, 22, hooping, running, jumping around, living. And so why would I have that same idea from that person today at some job, career, position? It just wouldn't work. It wouldn't. I would never stand for that. And I would make sure that that would be something that would be conveyed quick and up to the point, especially if it crossed the line or if a line started to be coming across. It would be something I'd have to clear up real quick, like, hey, not loudly if I don't have to, but let me get this straight with you real quick. First of all, we do not cross lines, because when we cross lines, I'm crossing them quick and you're going to be uncomfortable. So don't do that, because next time it happens, it won't be a warning. And then if you do it again, you're going to get the show out that you thought wasn't going to show up. And then it's supposed to be like, oh my God, look how he acted. Look what he did. I was a victim. I can't believe it. Me. And it's like, well, I guess that's the TV show you like to put on, because if you cross it, then you crossed it. I'm not supposed to sit here and care about you or nothing like that, because I look at it the same way. You didn't care about me when you felt like he was going to cross it. So it's got to be the same, or it's going to be none. And that's just how it is. Let's get to the messages from the people, though. D'Anthony been in here, boy. You putting on you. Hey, I don't read like that, bro. I think you probably need to get up with a you probably need to get up with a typist or something like that, bro. Because I don't read like that. Especially if you ain't putting no dough on the thing. You think I'm finna sit up here and start reading for you? Who I look like a teacher from 8th grade? You ain't wrote no paper, bro. This ain't a 12-pager. You know what I'm saying? You better 7-word that joint if you want me to read it, because I don't work for you, kid. Get out of here with all that. Let's get to the message. Hit the like button, share the message, y'all. We rocking with Black Outrage 32. Dang, my boy figured it out. See that, D'Anthony? Now you talking. It's not for you to read. It's for you. It's for the chat to read. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, now I got you, bro. Because I'm like, you slam dunking it in there. And I'm thinking like, what you trying to give me? Okay, now you made that clear. I appreciate you. Let's get back to the message, y'all.
They have to navigate the exact racism Vlad allegedly helps uphold. That's not just irony. That's Shakespearean tragedy. If Shakespeare wore Jordan 3s and yelled, yo, real talk, every 12 seconds. Then, just when you think he's done, Godfrey shouts out Aries Spears. Not because Aries is a saint, far from it, but because at least Aries keeps it 100. Godfrey even recounted telling Aries to his face that he needed to clean up his act, not behind his back, not on a blog, but directly. A rare act of honesty in a world full of Instagram warriors and podcast phonies.
Coming to town, I gotta hear some shit about it. I'm just saying, just be aware, because one thing you don't want, you're a talented dude, you don't want to be not working because someone just got mad at you, because they'll do that shit.
Especially with us.
It's how you make people feel. If they don't feel right, they won't bring you around. I don't give a fuck how talented you are.
Yeah.
And I said, I just want you to mind that shit. I told him right to his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna talk behind your back. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think the whole Vlad shit, that you like trying to change the narrative and shit, trying to say, oh man, he trying to talk about my family. Ain't nobody talk about your family. I wouldn't disrespect your kids, nothing. But your family's black, and you're shitting on black men, and it's getting fucking tiring. It's getting tiring. And then because you got somebody,
Does he have a son?
They got twins.
Boys or girls?
Boy and girl, fraternal.
So his son has to deal with the racism that he's perpetuating.
And it's like, I'm supposed to go, hurrah, I got a black wife, but what's beyond that, what? Like, ugh.
He detested by that shit. That's why I want to talk about the message that Godfrey had a little bit on this particular video, because I agree with him a lot on that particular thing. I don't, I really don't know Vlad that much because I stopped watching him, and he don't seem interesting to me too much because again, I don't know what the I guess I just don't know what all of the guys, the black dudes, be running to him so hard for. Again, YouTube is free. You know what I'm saying? It's enough damn people in the world for you to do your own thing. But I don't know if he's in New York. I think he's in New York. So it's just probably something that he got going on that just make people be like, I got to be on his show. I got to be around him. And even that other dude that's in New York, I think he in LA. Yeah, 3T, me too. We don't. I ain't even. I don't rock with dude like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do look at it like, what I'm saying? Those guys got to figure it out. Vlad, maybe he bring them money and fame. You know what I'm saying? It's like you might not be able to make it on regular TV, and all that shit. But if you can at least get, what I'm saying, somebody like Vlad to showcase you, put your name out there, you know what I'm saying? It could at least help you, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's interesting to know that he just be on some. And then like they said, his son got to grow up knowing that they father talk like that or act like that. But I'm sure his kid gonna be loving it because he made a lot of money off of being, you know what I'm saying, around the black culture. Vlad is rich, you know what I'm saying? He did it, you know what I'm saying? And you could be mad at him all you want to, but technically, that's the ultimate goal. And if the black people is his answer to his financial problems, then what's the deal? You know what I'm saying? That's the answer to my financial problems. Y'all got to help me pay my bills, and I'm gonna show the show that everybody gonna come to. What's the difference in Vlad's show or Channel 7 or ESPN or some TV station? Like, what's the difference? It's not no big difference. You know what I'm saying? The same people who own those are the same people that look like Vlad. So if you're happy to have a 9 to 5 somewhere, and it's some company like that, you know, whatever TV station or whatever news thing, then what the fuck's the difference with being on Vlad? At least Vlad lets you dress how you want to dress, act how you want to act. He's not gonna be in your face like, you can't act like that, you can't do this. Come on, man, come to the show. Be you. Talk what you want to say. Anything you want to say, even if it's detrimental to your financial health or your legal health, you just say what you want to say. So, you know, hit the like button, share the message on Black Outrage 32. I'm your host, Hood. Let's get back to the message. Let me hit the sound real quick.
UPTV, make sure you jumped out there and showing how he really moves, his true colors, and how he will use his platform and his interview guests to diss somebody he don't like once again, as he has on comedian Will Mills right now, who has a relationship and is cool with Godfrey. He told Vlad this is his guy. Told him he rock with Godfrey. I know y'all got y'all thing going on, but what does Vlad decide to do while interviewing this guy? I'm gonna diss Godfrey right in front of you. And if you didn't know already, Vlad doesn't allow his videos to be reposted or reshared or used on YouTube, so I can't play that clip right here for y'all to see. But the people that have been watching my platform for years now know I'm not gonna come on here and spread no lie, and my credibility is extremely high when it comes to speaking the real and breaking these things right here down. If you didn't know already, Vlad is in his feelings with Godfrey because he did not come back to his platform and did not answer the phone for him. But I went all the way out there this time and said that Godfrey is a coward, pretty much. That's how he worded it. He used it in a different adjective way, but he said cowardly. He moves cowardly. He's a coward, but then also says he can't respect him as a man, because Godfrey won't have a conversation with him after the things that he said about him, his family, or whatever he said about him online. He said he's not keeping that same energy. He's moving cowardly. Hey, he's not moving like a man. And I said, wow, really? This is coming from Vlad, the guy who didn't apologize after he knew he did something dead wrong for so many years? Like, how you gonna tell anybody how to move as a man? You was in your 40s at the time, like 45, 46, when you did this to Minister Farrakhan. They told you, hey, bro, you're wrong, you're foul, you're out of pocket. You lied on Minister Farrakhan with this quote. You worded it, doctored up the video, edited.
So you see, we got Urban Politician. In case y'all don't know that guy, his name Urban Politician, and he talking about it right quick, you know. So at least he talking about it. I respect Urban Politician. He does a great conversation on that kind of stuff, and I appreciate him. But at the end of the day, it looks like, you know, he ain't gonna be able to walk that one down. You know what I'm saying? Godfrey is holding steady. He's keeping the conversation going about Minister Farrakhan and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's keeping it going. He's not letting it go away. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And I just don't think that he living up to, he said Vlad got a PBL. That's crazy. Y'all growing crazy in the conversation. Hit the like button, share the message. Yo, hit us up in the super chats. All that, let us know what's going on. Steve O. Stoner, what's good, bro? Skate. Vlad, he said, Steve O. Stoner said, Vlad played with the God body. Nobody gets to talk about the minister and walk away and like nothing happened. Exactly. And it need to be like that, because in their other cultures, they don't play it. They don't play it, especially if you work for them or get contracts through them or have to get any kind of money through them. As soon as you say something on any kind of platform, you're done. Even, I bet you it's like that on YouTube too. I think they kicked Charleston White off of this YouTube thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna let you do this on stuff that they own. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta, you know, go crazy. Favorito, you going crazy, bro. Hey, hit me in the message over there, man. Let's read these comments. Let's hit us up with some dough in the super chats. We working today. We're doing a big show. This is Black Outrage 32. We talking about Godfrey, Vlad. I'm your boy Hood. And we getting into the message, man. We seeing why is this negative scenario happening, and Vlad just gonna hold steady. He's not gonna unlock. He's holding steady, and I appreciate that Godfrey is holding steady, and he telling him like, you a clown for how you acting, and it don't matter who you married to. It's not gonna allow me to be back your friend. It's not gonna allow. It don't matter which one of us kills. Come to your show. How many black dudes still come to your show and be down and put their life in jeopardy and all this. Whatever they do, that's their business. But me, I'm standing on it. We ain't friends. We ain't cool until you apologize the real way. And I respect that. Stone the Trap, appreciate you, boy. Oh, man, I really do appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yo, everybody, man, go check out Stone the Trap, new album. Steve-O Stoner, you see the name. Steve-O Stoner. His album was out there. It's called Revolutionary Stoner. And it's on all the platforms. And it's crazy. Every single song, I'm telling you, you're going to go crazy. Let me say it again. Revolutionary Stoner. Revolutionary Stoner. Revolutionary Stoner. Go right now. All the platforms is crazy. It's a gang of out. It's a gang of songs too. When I was riding out of town, I would just bump it the whole ride. The whole ride. Just put that name inside there, Steve-O Stoner. You gonna rock out with some dope music. So I appreciate y'all coming to the channel again. We're gonna go back into the message again. Thanks again to Steve-O Stoner for showing love, hitting us up with a donation, a little dough in the super chat. We super grateful. You know what I mean? Steve-O Stoner, y'all. Clap it up for the homie. Appreciate the bro, man. Showing love. These shows are not easy to put together, you already know. And we just do what we got to do. Let me just make sure. Yep, so we're going to get back to the message and get back to it. Let me hit that button like that. Yep, let's get back to the message real quick. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about Vlad and all this craziness. I see y'all doing it, man. Hit me up in the super chat. We're going to definitely read all the messages, man. Hit me up in the super chat. Hit the like button. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. Shout out to Steve-O Stoner again, y'all. Go back to that song I told y'all. The music is called Revolutionary Stoner. I would play it right here, but you know they go crazy when you play music. They don't even care if the person standing next to you. They be like, no. They just go crazy. I might play it without the music playing, though. I'm thinking that might be dope, just to play it without the music playing. That way you can see the visuals. All right, let's get to the message.
However you want to try to play it and display it, but you know you lied on the man and you knew it was foul. You refused to apologize and you didn't want to do that, but then you come on here 5 years later, then you tell me how to move like a man. Are you serious?
Starting a real estate brokerage.
All right, we got a break. We got a commercial break. Let's let that slide through. It's a quick one though. It ain't a long one. No, they put the long ones in there. This one's short.
The moment he dropped that clip, he didn't like Minister Farrakhan. I believe he still don't like him. Now, that's an opinion. I can't confirm that. But you knew why you put that clip out like that with House Nigga Hughley. Because you knew you had bad intentions and you didn't like the way that Minister Farrakhan was speaking at that speech on July the 4th, 2020. So I'm going to go at him like this. I'm going to do what I'm doing now. Book a guest, and I'm going to disrespect him while I got my guest on here. That's how Vlad disses people on his platform. It just is what it is. So when he did that, this how you moved intentionally. Well, Lord Jamar and Godfrey were some of your two main guests around that time. They was like, hey, bro, the people coming down, they upset. Hey, you got to apologize about this, or we ain't going to be on here no more because Vlad was gatekeeping his apology. Well, guess what? He told them niggas, hey, I don't need y'all. I made more money this month than I ever made without y'all. That's when y'all friendship got crushed right there, Vlad. You not telling people that part of the story, though, and the other niggas you talk to, all of them will let you tell it how you want to tell it because they just focused on the apology. I don't let people come talk to me and try to rewrite the story of how things happen. That's how I move in real life. Bro, we don't have to rock with each other. We don't got to be cool. We don't have to get along. We don't got to be in the same room together. It's no fighting. It's no beefing. But you're not about to come on here like you treat me like a little broad and piss on me and tell me it's raining because you just want to get past something. And you for sure not about to tell me what another man is and how a man should move. Then
Well, see, that's the whole point. Again, when you think about it, Vlad has made such an impact in the black community as being a celebrity, as artists, as called his show to put their message out there. So why would he change up his thing or the way he act if he got so many black people lined up that want to put on his message? I could see it from Vlad's perspective. It's like what he, it's almost like if it was a movie. Obviously, there's a filmmaking channel. Let's say it was a movie, and Vlad was this big corporation that's hiring everybody in the neighborhood, and everybody was happy to be working. They got food, clothes, and everything like that. But then they find out that this particular building or company is putting shit in the water, and it's like the water's gonna be bad. So everybody just be like, well, fuck it, just go buy water from the damn store. We getting money. We can't leave our jobs because of the water. And then other people like, well, I can't work there. I got granny. I got a little baby. They can't get a 9 to 5. What do you mean? So it's like this bad impasse that how you get past it. Is it bad for a few and then good for everybody else? You know what I'm saying? So, or is it good for a few? You know, good for everybody, but just bad for a few. So it's crazy how, you know, Vlad and all of them can make money in the black community and don't be challenged. Don't nobody say nothing about it. Don't nobody even have a problem with it. You know, and there's really no problem with it because technically this is America. If you come up with a brand or idea, you're supposed to be able to make money. You're supposed to be able to put it to the people and it come back financially straight for you. It's nothing wrong with that. But if you step on people got problems with you, they get to speak on that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to hold their tongue or feel like, oh, I'm not gonna fit in with you, or I'm gonna lose my job over here if I say something about you, or these guys not gonna like me no more because I spoke on this. It's like, so what? You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna say what I gotta say. You know what I mean? Because I don't like how this is affecting me. That's why Godfrey get major respect in the black community. Godfrey is actually Nigerian. His family is from another country, you know, but he has been in America since he was his whole life. And he was born in Nebraska, raised in Chicago. So he's actually been a black dude forever. You know what I'm saying? So he understands what it was. He was going to Farrakhan shows. He did some black, he started some black thing at the college. He went to a university of Illinois. So he's like really been into it. They had brought like speakers and shit to the university. So he's into the blackness culture that's in America. There's a lot of black people that's not though. And that's why people like the Vlads and all of them can make so much money and come in and siphon if they feel like it, because a lot of black people don't look at it as bad. It's like, hey, if I could benefit from it, hey, that's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm benefiting from it, you know. So, for instance, the little Asian store in the neighborhood who might jump a black girl, beat her up, choke her, hold her back and from leaving, or the other Arab store in the gas station that might jump on the dude, beat him with a stick, and then everybody else got to come steal back from there. And it's like, no, we can't buy from here. We can't buy from here, man. Like, I went from to walk all the way down there 6 blocks to go get $3 worth of stuff. I can't do that. My granny can't. We can't ride. You know, it's like this is what's available here, so we can't run from it. I'm not got to use it. And it's the same thing how they feel. They set the psychology up already, the frame of thinking. And so now when anything come about, that's one of those cultures that make it, even if it's not just white, you'll find a way to utilize it to your benefit, even if it ain't beneficial. It's like, it don't really benefit me, but it's available, so I'm just used to using what they got. Whatever they put around me, this is what the fuck I use. You know, I don't look at it like, oh, we should do the same thing, or maybe we should build our own. It's like, no, that's right there, I'm going to get it. So I think that Vlad and the people like them, while they do call them culture vultures, they basically benefit off the fact that the lack or the guys that they're utilizing don't have the same mindset. They don't want to do it. They don't think of it as something that they trying to also do. They just don't care. You know what I'm saying? Whoever do what they got to do, it ain't me. I don't care. What's up, Nano? Let's get back to the message real quick. Y'all saw Revolutionary Stoner right there too in the messages. Go check that out. All the platforms streaming. It's even on YouTube as well. You're gonna love it.
And also brings up this and puts this out there to somebody that he knows that Godfrey is cool with. Will Mills, this is his guy. You know this. Will Mills said, hey, I let Godfrey know because he's my guy that I was going to be coming back to your platform. And he told me, yeah, that's what's up, boy. Go do your thing. I rock with you, G. Will Mills said I was going to go anyways, but I just felt like, hey, I rock with Godfrey enough. Let him know, hey, bro, Vlad, I'm going to go do the Vlad interview. Bet. What does Vlad go in here and say? Yeah, man, Godfrey, he tell Will Mills this, the guy that rocks with Godfrey. Godfrey was saying this about, you know, I was real cool with him in private, but he's saying this and saying that about me online. But in private, this is how he moves, man. He moves way different. It's like you completely on here trying to bash the man and talk down on the man to somebody he rock with. That ain't what men do. And the thing is, if you want to get at Godfrey, nigga, set up your own video and diss Godfrey. Go at Godfrey directly. But the thing is, Vlad, What you not understanding is you explaining why Godfrey is moving the way he moving and not rocking with you, and you think that he's not being solid because he won't talk to you about the things he said. Bro, he don't owe you that. You showed him you wasn't really his friend when you brought up the money situation about how y'all act and how y'all move on the platform. When you said, hey, I don't need y'all niggas, I made money without y'all niggas. That's not what friends say at a time of controversy, because your pride and ego is in the way and you don't want to apologize because you think that that's less of you being a man, or you're getting bullied when you know you clearly did something wrong. Now, I'm not telling nobody to be okay with a man talking about their family, talking about their situation, going at him how Godfrey did go at him. I don't even remember everything Godfrey said directly at him at that time, but you ran face to face with the man. He shook your hand, let it be known, hey, it ain't no real beef no more. I'm over it now.
Monday.
Yep. So everything went chaos, and when K-Wire, when Lord Jamar went back to the show, because it was Godfrey and Lord Jamar, they was both like, how you did Farrakhan, we're not gonna go. And we done. And God, go out again. Vlad said, hey, I made more money with y'all or without y'all, so goodbye. And then over the time, it maybe went 2 or 3 years, and then Lord Jamar went back. And that really is where all the controversy is coming back about, because Vlad is almost like, it's almost like he's a, I don't know if you want to say a slave plantation or something like that. So it's almost like he has the psychology, it is, at least from my vantage point, that one got away. Like, you get like one got away. Like, so now he's gone, and I got the rest of them round up. Go sit down over there. And then, but one got away. So until he get back over here, we got to get him. It's like the Dred Scott situation. Again, like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to succeed. Everybody want to make it. But then one just jump out and be like, whatever that was, I don't know where everybody going. I'm done. He Ice Cube back in the day. Like, he went in NWA. It's like, when they came out and told us back then, Ice Cube left. What the fuck would he leave for? And I was thinking, like, were they trying to kick his ass or something like that? Whoop. But then they said, no, he was writing all the rhymes. Like, what the fuck would he leave? I didn't think he could do it. I was like, he left them. He's done. And then he just dropped like 3-4 albums back then. I'm like 17, 18. We going crazy hearing it. You know, Lethal Injection, Death Certificate. It was like, what the Oh, and it was like Black Power music too, in case y'all don't know. He was talking all this black people and the white man, and they was playing it like he was everywhere. It was like, because they didn't do that too much, you know, with underground. But they was playing like Cube shit. So eventually, you know, he's never really got back with them. But it was almost like the Jerry Heller dude was always like, one got away, you know, one of them, and then eventually Dre left. You know what I'm saying? So they started leaving a quote unquote plantation. And so now we look at those guys. They both are still successfully rich, multi-billionaires, millionaires. To this day, from back when I was 17, both of them dudes. But imagine if they were still working with Jerry Heller to this day. He like 94. You made me at my mansion. Get out over here. This is what I want you to do. And they sitting over there like, yes, sir, we're going to do it. Okay, cool. You know, like, sometimes you got to lead a plantation. And that's exactly what Vlad did. And that's why they don't, this guy, Vlad, that's what Godfrey did. And that's why Vlad never really came to the comfort of just being like, oh, whatever. Like, if you at your job and you leave your job, you just be like, I quit. You know, everybody, where you going? Like, I just can't do this no more. You never really see the boss or 3 of your supervisors sitting outside your crib, posted up, and you walking outside like, the fuck is Tom and I'm sitting over here for? Like, intimidating you and shit. Like, they don't care. You leave, who cares? They get another person in there, move on. You never, unless you ride past that building, you never see them people again in your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. Steve O'Stoner said that should be a shirt. Sometimes you gotta lead a plantation. And that's a fact though, because imagine that's the whole idea what the Juneteenth is. It's like America is so wickedly funny with their jokes on you. Hit the like button, share the message. I appreciate y'all. Leave a door and hit me up in the super chats. We're gonna reach our messages. But in the world of the Juneteenth, the idea is that these particular black people in Texas didn't know that the war was over. So they still was living on the plantation and living as if they were slaves. So it was over though. So a white dude had to ride down there and be like, hey, y'all ain't even slaves no more. And they was like, oh, for real? But if you think about it from a movie perspective, imagine how many black dudes rode down there before that, because it was a year had went by. right? So imagine how many black dudes had went by down there and was like, hey, what the fuck y'all doing, man? We ain't slaves tomorrow. Like, man, you better get out of here. They gonna catch you. Like, what? No, I'm telling you, come on, we out. Like, nah, man, go on. You gonna fuck it up for everybody. What's wrong with that? He just keep moving. Like, I don't know what the fuck. I can't tell them shit. And then more black people sliding through. Like, what happened? Y'all still here? What are y'all doing? It's over. Like, nah, man, go. Look, man, you gonna mess it up. I'm like, and then finally the white dude ride through there, and he like, hey, get over here, get around me. It's over with. You can go out if you want to go. Get out of here. Just be free. Go. And they like, what? You sure? Like, really? We can just go now. Just whatever. Leave what you got in the house. Just go. And they like, we ain't never really been in the damn house, but all right, cool. I go. So this is how those guys with the Vlad is. They don't see that they could go and do it their own way. They just see it like he is master. I must go to show. And this dude is like a penitentiary deliverer. Like as soon as you get on there and be like, yeah, I was over there and I threw some apples and then one of them hit a lady in the head and she fell. They be like, apple fell right. This the one. What? Check his thing. Yeah, get in here. What kind of apple was that? Yep. He had a Fiji. Yep. It was a Fiji. Yep. We have Fiji. Yep. DNA. Yo, what the damn? All on Vlad. Like niggas be like, they be happy. They be like, yeah, boy, I got locked up, boy. Them Fiji apples, nigga, shout out Fiji apples, boy. Like they don't even see it the other way. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be weird, you know. I don't know. Let me see. Steve O'Stoner said that was Galveston, Texas, right? A few hours from my house. Wow, that's crazy. The federal government had to come stop slavery. Ain't that crazy? And it's like I had to ride down there and tell them, be like, hey, y'all good. But that's the idea of Vlad. It's like, well, I don't have to stop messing with Vlad. Why would I do that? This dude is pushing my brand. I get to be out there, my name out there. And I'm not dissing them because I don't know them. Like, if we was homies, then I could be like, man, hey, bro, let's do what we got. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean they're going to rock with me. They might still be like, man, I don't care what you're saying, dude. I'm doing this. And you be like, all right, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you can almost look at like Tubi. Like, you know, I'm sure you've seen Tubi. Everybody's seen Tubi. Tubi for the filmmaker is like, whew, yes, a spot. But obviously it's not owned by black people. You have to still go through parameters. You have to still go through steps. But if you go through the steps, they'll put your stuff out there. Unlike maybe Netflix, who got probably different more rules, or Amazon, where you probably can't get up there, but nobody will be able to see it. But on this particular platform, they give you a chance to get it out there. Finally, you can get a product out there. So now it's not necessarily about, oh, I just got to work over in Hollywood, or they got to hire me at this particular studio, or I can't be in the film. It's like, no, you can create your own thing. You see what people doing. You tell your own story. You can get out there. But everybody don't feel like that. It's still people that feel like, I got to go to Hollywood. I got to work for them. I'm not going to do it. If they fire me, I got to get a new job. It's just different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? So you got creatives that's like, I'm going to start a series, and all my homies going to be in it, and we're going to keep filming and keep filming and keep filming. And then people just be like, damn, I like that show. What's it called? Y'all watch that one? It's called The Ways, man. Oh, I love that show. You know what I'm saying? Or different shows that's on there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like different people creating, and you could like what you want to like because it's so much entertainment. You're not bogged down to the TV like we was as kids. You're not bogged down to a video game like some of the kids be. It's just cell phone entertainment. It's so many platforms. It's like you're just not locked into that no more. But some people don't have that mindset. They be like, no, I'm one-dimensionally rocking. This is how I like to be. Everything is cool and easy. I don't have to really think of nothing outside of that. It works. So you do what you got to do, and that's what I do. So again, it's just different strokes for different folks. Steve O'Stoner said, bro, I watched Kill a Rapper on Tubi last night. Hey, I appreciate that too, man. Y'all gotta definitely check my movie out. It's on Tubi. It's called Kill a Rapper. I don't know why I'm talking about Tubi and never even mentioned my own daggone movie. That's crazy. But it's dope, and it's an hour long. It's gonna love it. It's called Kill a Rapper. Just like right there in the comment section, you gotta go check that out. That's my movie, written, directed by me right here, HoodFilms. New movies on the way soon too. But right now we back on the actual video right now, so hit the like button, share the message. And right now we're watching a dude called Urban Politicians. I watch him a lot on YouTube. He talk about a lot of stuff. So hit us. There we go. So we back. There we go. So we back. I'm like, damn, what the hell going on? Oh, I could put this up there or something like that. Okay, I'm just gonna try it, y'all. Oh, okay, this how I do it. Send for $2. So let's celebrate the first sticker. We'll let you community know about this. But I'm just hitting the button, y'all, because I don't exactly know how it works. Complete. Okay, okay. I guess how I do it. Anyway, sorry for that. But I was just, something popping over there in a little demonstration. So I had to see how it go. All right, I did it. I did it. Yo, so let's get back to the message. Y'all hit us up. We got some super chats over there. I'm learning all this stuff. So I'm just learning it all, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? So, YouTube, my mind says, okay, wow, that's dope. Okay. I should actually try that too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm gonna get back to it while I figure this out. Let's do it like this. Let me do it like this. And then, because I got to still look at this. All right, bam, like that. And the message is rocking. Oh, hold up. I had to cut the audio off for that little crazy commercial. All right, we back.
On this platform, talk about, oh, I think Vlad texted me, I don't know for sure. So, man, why you on here lying? You know I text you to holler at you about this stuff, but you chose not to respond. Cool, all this and that. He keeping the same energy with you, Vlad. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. Vlad then says, oh, I think he just doesn't want to talk because he knows he's going to have to speak on some of those things he said about me. Vlad, you are the guy that suffers from this thing that they've created on the internet. I can't clinically diagnose you. I'm not a doctor, but there's a thing on the internet that they call MCS. Main character syndrome, when you think that everything revolves around you, your feelings, and people have to rock with you. Him not talking to you is keeping that same energy. That's what he left with. He got his own thing going on now. That ship has sailed. And the thing is, if a nigga says some stuff about you, he's keeping the same energy by not going back to your platform. It is what it is. Lord Jamar did not keep the same energy. Lord Jamar decided to go back because Lord Jamar is a nigga that doesn't keep the same energy. Now, I want this to be clear with Lord Jamar as well. Bro, niggas ain't tripping that Lord Jamar went back. It's the campaign and the stance he took on it. And then when he went back, he didn't give a clear explanation of what, I'm going back for this, I'm going back for that. I'm still keeping the same energy with Vlad, but I'm going to go back and work with him now. Your body language was all, I'm submitting, all this and that. Then you even took the stance where nobody stands up for what they got to say anyway. And then your final response was, hey, I got money, I got my pool in my backyard. No, my nigga. On top of the fact, months prior, you were saying Godfrey was going to be a sellout and go back. Godfrey wasn't really standing on business. You can't go tell another man he not standing on business for something he not solid, Lord Jamar, but then you go do the same exact thing that you was disrespecting another man for, calling him a house nigga and a sellout and a little daddy's boy for. Then he talks about conversations that him and Godfrey had personally where, hey, man, Godfrey was calling me all the time. This is what Vlad said. Godfrey was calling me all the time to rebook him. He called me more than anybody to keep bringing him on the show because it would help him with his bookings and stuff, man. He kept calling me more than anybody to rebook him. But Vlad, what you don't realize is, yeah, your platform is helping people, but you don't got a platform without the guests. You took him back on the show every single time when he called you for another booking because you saw it as beneficial. Not to mention, you wasn't paying them niggas, Vlad. You done made a bankroll off of him and Lord Jamar throughout these years. And you wasn't even paying them niggas. How do you come on here and say, man, he was calling me to get booked all the time? Well, why would you keep booking them, Vlad? Because your platform don't exist without the guests. So you can't act like, hey, man, I'm doing you a favor by bringing you on here and it's this and this and that. Because you don't have a platform without these guests. Plus, you wasn't paying them niggas. Them niggas it was exchange is my point. And that's how interviews and media always was, unless you was one of those platforms. Hey, I specialize in breaking unseen talent 100%. That's my whole thing, is to recognize that. Did it help Godfrey and Lord Jamar by going on to Vlad? Of course. But nigga, all your guests is what make up your platform. Not you talking about the guests, not you covering the news, not you covering topics. You got to be having them on there telling their story. Mind you, you know you done made a major killing and you didn't pay them niggas no money and they was already regulars. So every time you booked them, you knew you was finna get racks on top of racks every single time that they sat down in front of you, whether it be off your YouTube ads or your website or your Facebook, off of them clips. You know you made a killing. So for you to go to...
Yeah, well, he broke all that shit down. And that's my boy again. I'll tell you, his name is Urban Politicians, and he go crazy. He really do a lot of deep dive into different subject matters. But I like his take on it because, you know, again, me being a fan of Vlad and being a fan of all of them, I always watch their shows, and not necessarily Vlad, but a fan of Godfrey. I always watch his shows and kicked it with him as far as comedy went. But when they had this, it's again, it's slavery re-delivered in front of your face. It's like the guys they can't come together when a white person is involved. So it's like basically, I don't like you, you don't like me, and then we just have a big ass bash with each other, a fight. It's like, and the white dude get to just go slide through the side and go kick it, and nothing happens to him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody say nothing. And there's nothing wrong with Vlad. What is he doing wrong? He can't make these guys come together and shit like that. But what I guess obviously money is going to be the difference maker. He was able to offer money to, you know, Lord Jamar, and then that was able to make him say, I'm coming back. You know what I'm saying? I got to go back to the show. You know what I'm saying? So, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So Vlad looks empowered. He feels empowered. He feels like, hey, I own the plantation. I'm not letting no one Nat Turner tell me nothing. Get out of here. If you want to leave the plantation, go. But you're not going to ever sit me and tell me how to run my plantation where all these black people get to come and work and do everything that I asked them to do. Don't nobody complain. They come to the show, you name it, whoever their names are, you can pop right on the show and see them. They're not looking at it like, well, hey, you did this one black dude 3 years ago. You know, maybe he should be forgiven. Maybe they feel like he did so much that this one time he should be forgiven. So people have these ways of way they thinking, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So he's going to benefit off of that. And, you know, Vlad, Godfrey had to go build his own show. See, the real thing that's supposed to happen is exactly what Godfrey did. He had to leave and go build his own show. And then by building his own show, now he can have a voice. The reason why we're talking about it right now. If he was saying all this on Vlad's show, you wouldn't even see it, because he'd just be like, I'm not showing you dissing me. You know what I'm saying? So him building his own show allowed him to even have a voice. Even if he was saying, Vlad, my best friend, he helped me pay my bills, you know, whatever it was, he still had his own voice. You know what I'm saying? Even with the guy, what's his name, Shannon Sharp, getting fired 2 days ago or whatever, it don't matter, because he got his own show. He got his own voice. So you might not be able to stand up there. I guess I can't drive down to the building and sit in the office with the cubicle y'all made for me. But technically, I could just sit at my house or in my studio, talk the same conversation, and all the money come to me. And I don't have to deal with you walking around me, looking at me upside my head or checking my emails or whatever. Beat it. So it looks stupid, like, oh, he lost his job. Oh my God. But no, you built your own thing. So you technically don't need it. You know, it's inconvenience. Like, I got to drive 2 hours in traffic to get over there. You know what I mean? Or whatever the thing is, you got to be in some state you might not want to be in all the time to film it. And it's like, I'm good. I'll be over here doing my own thing. So sometimes it just benefit a little bit more to have your own operation, but it's not overarching understood. Most people just don't get that. They ain't into that. You know, it's more convenient to do it for somebody else who already got it set up, and that's just what it is. And with the internet being like this, and views and all of that clout and all that stuff being so important, Vlad got a route for you to go to. They run into it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what, hey, I got to get this out. I got to tell somebody. I got to get this contract. I got this song. I got this deal. You right here, I'm not finna argue with this. Let's go right to Vlad. So he gonna benefit. He's not gonna, he built a thing. It's built. And so it don't have to be crushed until he crush it. But he built it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like music. It's not like the NBA, NWA, where they were so big and so wow, and then now you hear their name and it's like, ooh, I want to hear that. You know, most people hear Vlad, they're gonna be like, I'm running my ass over there. I want to hear this. I want to, where he at? Let's see what Vlad got going on. Most people gonna feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. Vladimir P said Joker was up there snitching. Vlad knew it, and he used it towards his advantage. I don't know, man, but I just say that if you dissing Farrakhan, you can't expect black people, all black people, or a lot of black people, to give a F about you. You know what I'm saying? It's not going. But this what Godfrey is doing more now these days. This what I see from Godfrey a lot, man. I mean, crazy. But see, he using his talent to build his brand, not necessarily trying to sit on a person's show and answer questions about celebrities or whatever. He decided to do his own thing, and it's this what I see him doing mostly. Hit the like button, share the message, hit the super chat, show some love. I appreciate y'all rocking with us. All right, let's get to this little video. And you can see Godfrey doing shows all over the place too, but this is what he doing right now. Steve O'Starner said, bro, your name is literally Vlad P. You disqualified. Yeah, he trying to be, hey, all you gotta do is take that mirror off and you got you some competition. You could do it, bro. Don't even stop, man. Get some interview, brother. You know how many black dudes will line up and be over there with you talking about some, yeah, man, I don't like Vlad no more either, man. So you could do your own thing, boy. And you won't be copyright infringing if that's your real name. Let's get to it.
Wait, get out the way. I just want to give a shout out to nature. Yes, anytime I see animals attacking human beings, I love it. I'm talking not just out of nowhere, it's when the human beings are bothering these animals. Usually these animals are in their own habitat, minding their business. They didn't come to the person's house or apartment to knock on their door and say, hey, I want to hang out. No, it's usually us with them. And when I see whether it's a monkey smacking the shit out of somebody, stealing someone's phone or purse, or a deer kicking the shit out of somebody, a goat headbutting a baby or whatever, I love all of that because nature needs its revenge. It needs to teach people a lesson. People want to fuck around and find out. And these people happen to do it in China. They were fucking around with these cows. And cows of all things, not a bull, cows, which are the most peaceful animals. All you see them doing is chewing and chewing. That's all they do, and give the world milk and shit. You know what I mean? Listen, why are these cows attacking these people? And of course, they were sitting up there bothering the cows, trying to stick stuff up their ass and shit, doing weird shit. And the cows just snapped, and they were fucking these people up. It's like a gang of cows. They came in there and just started stomping on these people. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I watched it over and over, and I applauded. It was fucking amazing. The cows were like, move, get out the way, get out the way, move, cowabunga. Okay.
So you see what he got going on now. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because this is what it is with Godfrey. He always been a dope comedian, funny, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. But again, with the Vlad situation, that's one to think about because I believe that you shouldn't have to go kiss this dude, but to make it with all that, or what they say, blackball in you and all that weirdness that you're supposed to have some kind of connection with some clown in order for you to have success. I don't agree with all that. You know, it probably does have some validity. It probably is some kind of way in some kind of world that you got to be like that or do that kind of stuff, but I still don't like that. You know what I mean? That ain't my cup of tea. But I want to make y'all hit up the buttons over there on the side, like it, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. I'm trying to find another clip on it, but I think that's all we got really for this podcast. I ain't gonna keep it all the way 100. That's all we got on this one. So I'm gonna end up just diving off of here and getting on another show later on. But I do appreciate y'all rocking with us all the way this far into the show. Hit the like button at the top. I mean, hit the video at the top. It'll be actually at the end of the message, and you can see all of the whole podcast from the beginning to end, all the shows. And then at the end, at the bottom, you'll be able to see the membership you can join, or you'll be able to see the subscription right on this video. So I appreciate y'all rocking with us all this time. Thank you again. And we'll be back tomorrow, again, 12 p.m. with a new show, a new topic, everything. Peace out.